Hello everyone, we are going to see an interesting topic. How many of you like sweets? Okay, almost everyone. Very good. What sweets you like? You? Okay, kesari. And you? Okay, laddu. Okay, fine. I'll write, you say one by one, I'll write the sweet's name on the board. Okay. How many of you like kesari? And then laddu. Okay. Okay. And then we'll take gulab jamun. How many of you like gulab jamun? Okay. Okay, say another sweet. Badam halwa. 3. Okay. What I've written on the board, children? I've written the sweet's name and how many of you like those sweets. Okay. Now we'll write it in the tabular form. Name of sweets. And number of students. Okay. Kesari, 5, laddu, 6, gulab jamun I'll write it as GJ, 4, badam halwa as BH and 3. Okay. What I have done, I have collected the information here and I have organized it in the tabular form. Okay. What I have done, I have collected the data and then I have tabulated in the tabular form. Okay, what is this called as? You already have studied in the previous classes. This is called as data and I have organized the data and we are going to what? How many of you like laddu? 6 people. 6 people like laddu. So, how many of you like badam halwa? 3 people like badam halwa. So, what is this? Analyzing the number of students who like specific sweet through organizing is called as data handling. Now we are going to see the topic about data handling. Okay. Now I'll erase this. Okay. So 5 people like kesari, laddu 6 and gulab jamun 4 and badam halwa 3 persons like. Now we are going to do it one. We are going to form a frequency table. What is a frequency table? We are changing this 5, 6 these numbers into Roman letters like. Okay, that is called as a tally. It is like a tally. So frequency table. Frequency table. How to write a frequency table? In a frequency means 1. We are tabulating 1 means 1. For 2 lines will come. For 3 3 lines. For 4 1 2 3 and 4. For 5 what will come? 1 2 3 4 and we have to put a slash through these lines. Okay, for 6 how will you write? 6 same 5. 1 2 3 4 5 and then another one line will come for 6. So on you are going to write this numbers. Okay, now say how many lines will come for this 5 kesari? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. For 6, how will it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and another one. Okay, for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. For 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is a frequency table. But this can be used only for small numbers. Okay, for denoting the smaller numbers till 15 or 20. Otherwise, this cannot be prolonged. Okay, because the space will extend. So we should write it concise. Okay, so for that we are going to use shortcut method for denoting the larger numbers like visual presentation. Visual presentation means what? Representing the numbers visually. By seeing that you can guess or suggest or analyze what information is there on the table. Okay, I'll erase this for now. Visual presentation. we use bar graph, double bar graph, histogram, pictorial representation. Okay, now we are going to see about bar graph and double bar graph. I'm going to show you how to draw a bar graph and double bar graph using some examples. Okay. Now we'll take a question. Now suppose I'll take some subjects. Okay. Marks scored in each subject. Okay. Subject. Marks for one student. So, what are the subjects? English, Maths, Science, Social Science, and language, Tamil. Okay. So, for one student, I have written all this. So let us take for English he scored 70 marks, Maths 65, Science for about 60, Social Science 75 and Tamil 80. Okay, these are the marks a single student scored in one subject. Okay, so this is a graph and I have marked already X and Y axis. Now this is X axis, this is Y axis. We are going to show these marks visually to easily understand. Okay. I have stuck this graph for your reference. Okay. So I am going to write this as this is x-axis and this is y-axis. I am going to write the subject. Subjects here. Here marks. Now in this bar graph we have to do some specific things. What are those? We have to write the subject names here. So, what is the subject? English. First, I am going to write in this English. Then, Maths. I am going to leave one line and then write Maths. So, this is for our convenience. For to legibly represent the data. Maths, Science, Social Science. I am writing Social Science as SST and Tamil. Okay. Here, we are going to represent the marks. So, how are these marks arranged? 70, 65, 60, 75 and 80. So, these are the multiples of 5. So, multiples of 5 in the sense we can write it as 5, 10, 15, 20. We can distribute the marks or numbers as 5, 10, 15, 20. Or else we can take as 10, 20, 30, 40. So, 10, 20 means in the mid. So, there will be 10 lines between the 10 small lines will be there between one dark line. So each small light line, green line represents 1. 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 and the dark green line is 1. So we can take to our convenience how these marks are arranged. So I am going to take these distance between the lines as 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, till how many? 75, 80, 85. Till 85 I am writing this. Okay. Now we have to write the scaling for this. Scaling, how to write? Scaling you have to write in the here. So scaling. How we have distributed the marks? 1 unit is equal to 5. What is this? 5 marks. 1 unit is equal to 5 marks. We have written the scale. X-axis, Y-axis, 0. The distribution of numbers. The return. We have to write the what is here subjects and here the marks. This is the representation. Now we have to mark the points of English. We have to represent respective marks in the respective columns. Okay, can we do that? So English, how much one person has stored? 70. Where is 70? Here. So we have to draw a line from 0 to 70. Actually, why it is called as a bar graph, children? Because it comes like a bar. It is a rectangle shape. Okay, so it is like a bar, that is called as a bar graph. Okay, so in maths, how you have stored? 65. So 65, we have to draw a line corresponding to the 65. How much you have stored in science? 60. Where is 60? You have to write corresponding to the 60. Then social science 75. And Tamil 80. Okay, this is how we have to represent the marks. So, seeing this, what you can analyze? A student has scored highest in Tamil subject in a particular test. And what is his least mark? His least mark is 65 or 60. 60 is his least mark. Okay. So, this is how we have to interpret the data that is given in the bar graph. Okay. Now, we'll see another example. I'll take an example of colors. Okay. How many of students like colors? Colors. Number of students. I'll take red, yellow, orange, blue, and then green. Okay. Violet. Say red color, some 32 students like. Okay. Yellow, some 48 students like yellow. Okay. 16 students like orange. 8 students like blue. 40 students like green. And again 24 students like violet. Okay, now we are going to represent this in a bar graph. I'll write it on the board itself, children. Okay. How to represent? Here, what to write? Colors. Here, what to write? Number of students. Now, how do we distribute these numbers in this y-axis? We'll mark x and y-axis. How do you distribute these numbers? See the numbers, these are all the 8. I'll write red color as R, Y, O, orange, blue, green and violet. Okay. Okay. So, which is distributing the number of students as 8. 8 to 16, 24, 40, 48. Okay, I've written like this. So, how many of you like red color? 32. So, corresponding to 32, we are going to draw bar. And how many of you like yellow? 48. 48 students like yellow. So, corresponding to it, we are going to draw this. And how many of you like orange? 16. So, 16. We are going to write like this. Blue. How many of you like blue? 8. 8 students like blue. So, corresponding to each numbers, you are going to write the We are going to draw a graph. How many of you like green? 40. 40 students like green. How many of you like violet? 24. 24 students like violet. Okay. So scaling. Scaling, how have we distributed the students number? 1 unit is equal to 8 students. Okay. I hope you all have understood this topic. We will move on to double bar graph now. See students, I have written the student's name. I have written 5 students' name and their quarterly marks and half yearly marks. So we are going to compare how they have improved or how is their improvement in the tests of quarterly and half yearly. Here we are going to do a double bar graph method. What is a double bar graph method used for? It is used to compare students' performance in a test before and after. Okay. Now we are going to draw the same graph. The graph is all same. So x-axis, y-axis, scaling, everything remains the same. So I am going to write names here. Name of the students. Here marks. Name of the student. What is the name of the student? Arun. Arun. Ajay. Ramesh. Kavita. Nitya. Okay, these are the students' name. So I am going to distribute the marks. How to distribute the marks? I have already told you. These are the multiples of 5. We can write it as 5, 10, 15 or 10, 20. This time I am going to take like 10, 20, 30. Okay. So I have written 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. So what is the scaling? Scaling is 1 unit is equal to 10 marks. Okay. Now we are going to represent Arun's mark for quarterly. So quarterly, what is his mark? 35. As I said earlier, 35 comes between 30 and 40. I am drawing a bar like this. And we are also going to represent his mark in half yearly. His mark is 40. So 40, we are going to merge these two lines here. So this is 35 and this is 40. So how to differentiate these two? How to differentiate? So I am using a striped mark. So this is his quarterly mark and this is his half yearly mark. So we also have to represent here in the bar graph that this is quarterly and this is half yearly. So to represent this we have to differentiate these two. And again Ajay's mark is 20 in quarterly and 30 in half yearly. So we have to draw like this. Ramesh mark is 40 and also his half yearly mark is also 40. So what is this Kavita's mark? 35. 35 in quarterly and 30 in half yearly. See, her mark has been reduced. This is what we do to compare the marks. Here it is 45. I'll put 50. Okay. So Nitya's mark is 45 in quarterly and 50 in half yearly. So we are comparing the individual marks in quarterly and half yearly, and we have differentiated those two. Arun has increased. So based on this, we also can answer questions. So and how much Nitya scored in half yearly? It is lower or higher than quarterly. So it is higher than quarterly. We can infer from this chart. And again, Kavita's mark has been reduced. This also we can reduced by 5, right? 5 marks. She has been reduced by 5 marks. So these can be interpreted using this double bar graph. What is this called as double bar graph? Okay, children, hope you all have understood meaning of data handling. I'll quickly recollect something from the start. What is data handling? The collecting of data, organizing, analyzing and interpreting the data is called as a data handling, and we also have seen how to do a frequency table. Frequency table, how to do? 1 means 1 line. 2 means 1 means 1 line. 2 means 2 lines. Sorry. 3 means 3 lines. And 5 means how to put 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 6. Similarly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. And then we have studied about bar graph. Bar graph scaling, x, x axis, y axis, marking, differentiation of equaling the numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 points. So scaling, everything should be kept in mind. Okay. Thank you, children.